Divine day, divine one, and welcome back to Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. I'm your favorite YouTuber and tarot reader. I go by Melinda NailFanatic. And I want to thank you for joining me, or thank you for coming back. This is an energy read for the zodiac sign of Capricorn. Wherever you have it in your birth chart, this is your reading. Anywhere where you're interested in somebody who identifies as Capricorn, this is your reading. Anywhere where you just love watching all the readings that I do, because you know there's always some meat and potatoes coming out for you, this is your reading. So we're going to start with a well-known archetype message for your energy, Capricorn. What is the most important message for Capricorn energy at this time? Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we have the poets. Because it landed up this way on the table for me, before I go into the book, everything in the book will be relevant, but I'm getting like Capricorn, there's something here about you could have more finesse. I also heard things left unsaid. So what has been left unsaid? Okay, the poet uses a wit and an ability with words to communicate ideas in an interesting way that captivates people's minds and holds their attention. Okay, let's see what the book has to say about this energy. It is card number 7. So let me just see here. Number 7. Okay. This is the artist, the witness, the truth teller. This poet's work is to feel immensely and not be afraid. They must seek out truth in the darkest corners of the world and carry it back for all to see. This unique capacity resides within us all, regardless of our relationship to creativity. When the poet energy is present, there is a call for deep honesty and reflection, for seeing the big picture within the little one. The poet rides effortlessly between the personal and universal. It is possible that others may not seem to listen or care about the poet's work, but do not be discouraged. The words of the poet ring true for centuries to come, soothing the wounds of despair and violence that captivate our world. The poet's work is never finished. Find your voice and trust that the wind will carry it. When light, it talks about clairvoyant, wise, and timeless. And when dark, harmful words, sharp tongue, thwarted creativity. It says the poet is related to the shaman and the bridge. These archetypes hover in the meeting place between everyday and the sacred. It is likely there's a poem or poet that was meaningful to you at a young age. Revisit and reread it now. Be open to its message. Okay, so we have the artist, the witness, the truth teller. Deep honesty and reflection. See the big picture within the little one. Some may not pay attention, some may not listen, but others do. Either way, because the poet wrote it and did it, it's documented for generations to come. Okay, let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. We have the one, card number 30, the one. Okay, I guess we shall read that as well as a foundation. The poet, basically, right now, I'm hearing Capricorn, like there's something you need to say. Anywhere where your throat chakra has been blocked or working overtime or stressed, you could be being very harsh with your words. So let's go ahead and I heard ring the bell for your good fortune, your prosperity, your well-being. Let's see. All right. And I hear all those things will flow more fluid for you as you do say what needs to be said and use tact with your words. Okay, so let's see the one from the book. Non-duality, the one, unus mundus. Our ability to experience this archetype firsthand is limited. It comes in brief and potent moments that we are left to savor for a lifetime. The one is both the energy that unites all living beings and our capacity to sense this intimate union. This archetype eludes us most of our lives, appearing as a concept in a distant galaxy. Yet, when we are in the midst of its power, a solemn reverence falls across all the land. We glimpse ourselves in the vastness of all consciousness and are neither small nor large within that field. We are neither important nor unimportant. All duality fades away, and we are left with what is the precious knowing that life is a gift, and we are both the giver and the receiver of this fortune. When light, it serves, loves, accepts, and resonates. When dark, it ignores, omits, and excludes. The unus mundus is a circle representing the unity of existence. Is it possible that the beginning and the end of all things is love? I heard. I'd say yes. So maybe you do. It is said that Om is a primordial sound of the universe and that all other mantras are born from it. Simply imagining this possibility will activate the one. So, non-duality, I like to call that singularity. It's the ultimate state of balance. I heard Om. You might do that. You might do that. I hear, as you find that ultimate balance in singularity, I'm hearing there'll be much to tell. Much to tell. And it's as though in the imagery that this radiance light at the center of this one card is being held by the poet. So I see a Capricorn energy that is speaking. I'm hearing eloquently. I heard the word eloquently, not one that I use often. So if you do, then apparently this message definitely is for you. But yeah, one who is speaking eloquently what they've learned about singularity. I also saw a Capricorn who is recognizing as they are in connection to, I'm hearing, to all that is, that what they do and how they speak to the other is also done and spoken to the self. Okay. And then I just heard middle ground, finding a common middle ground. Okay. I'm hearing finding a place of peace. Okay. So let's see. I have the wild unknown alchemy cards. Let's see what is the most important message here in this Capricorn energy, please and thank you. And there it is. Most important message for you. We have breath. Oh, if that doesn't go together with the one and the poet, like both requiring the breath, speaking about the primordial Om. Oh, wow, that's awesome. Breathe, baby. Just breathe. Okay, there is a song. Hold on, and it is yeah, just breathe. You gotta let it go so you can grow. You gotta let it go. Just breathe. Okay, breathe. And it is from the Flow Assist. Thank you. You could totally benefit from hearing that song. So if you feel inclined to check it out, it's Breathe by the Flow Assist. Okay, FLOACIST. Flow Assist. And I love it. She said, you got to let it go. You got to let it go so you can grow. So I heard everything in life is just that. It's a breath. Breathe it in, breathe it out. Breathe it in, breathe it out. Breathe it in, breathe it out. So why are they showing me bringing home groceries from the grocery store? In order to utilize more what resources I have. I don't buy grocery bags for my home. I go to a grocery store where I have to bag them myself. I put paper and plastic, and I use the same paper and plastic. I fold them and save them and use them as garbage bags. And so my idea in that, for whatever reason, I need to tell you this, like maybe somebody's going to start doing that, right? Um, the paper and plastic is awesome because it, first off, I can't store too much garbage in the house. Second off, if it fit in there coming in the house, it should fit going out the house. I've never run out of garbage bags since I've been operating this way. But it just showed me the whole idea. The only reason I'm saying is because I saw the whole idea of, if it fit coming in the house that way, then it should fit going out of the house that way. And then they're also showing me, like, you can't take the next breath until you've released the last. This is card number 36. Interestingly enough, because in the background I have playing right now, it's the 396 and 639 and 963 triple solfeggio frequency healing from Sound Healing Vibes channel here on YouTube. So there is the number of there's the 3 and the 6, and then with that is the 9 as well. Awesome. And then with the poet card being number 7 for me is the number for heaven. It's like divine energy there. 7 days, and it was all okay. The seven sisters constellation. Anyways, 369, breathe it in. Nikola Tesla energy. Some of you have been, I see some Capricorn energies, like you've been either TikToking, YouTubing, I don't know, Instagram, or wherever you like to watch stuff, but I see that you've been tuned into some of that. If that's not you, for some of you that it's not you, I see that was something that will fill in. I'm here, fill in some blanks. Okay. And did you see the way I just turned straight? Like straight away, I put my finger in here. Oh, I put my finger in 3 different pages into the book. I put it here, then I put it here, then I open right to the page. So again, the number 3 showing up. Some of you are seeing 3 6s and 9s, or 369, or any combination. This is breath, inspiration, presence, life force. There is no more direct way to practice alchemy than to study pneuma. We all have access to the physical phenomenon known as breath. It occurs at every moment, gracing us with the gift of existence upon the physical plane. Somebody really wants to see the card. I can hear you. Okay. If alchemy, as is suggested in this book, is the merging of physical and mystical, then this card serves as an over-reliant bridge. Excuse me, let me read that again. Then this card serves as our ever-reliant bridge. It is the magical within us. And the phone, I just got to say, the phone made noise. You might have heard that at the same moment that I was saying that this card serves as our ever-reliant bridge. And now also I'm being drawn to, with the poet, it talked about being part of the bridge. Now we're in a whole nother deck, and now the bridge is coming up. Interesting. Okay. It is the magical within us, the expanding and generating life force that animates our life. This card may appear simple, but it is not. No matter how advanced you are in studying the breath, if you heed the message of this card, you will find it has more to teach. Bow to it at this very moment, and you will discover the work revitalizes itself. New space opens. Pneuma is your lifelong alchemical ally, stating its love with every inhale and exhale. Take one deep, full breath and ponder your first breath. It is no coincidence that nearly every spiritual and mystical lineage bows to the breath via observation of it, meditation, breath techniques, pranayama, or chanting or song. When the Pneuma card appears, it is a call to make room, to expand and soften the approach to the work. The other cards in the reading may benefit from more spaciousness too. Okay, where we're at. before I look at the bottom of this deck, I must say, as you're looking, so I just heard good and bad with the one card. There's this idea here in your energy for this Capricorn reading that there is a stop calling it good or bad. It's like you stopped calling it good or bad. You just like, it is. This is what it is. But what I'm hearing, but what is it? Okay. The poet, I see you finding the beautiful parts of it. And I see you, again, this whole idea of speaking coming out is so huge in your energy. They want the drum for whatever reason. Let's give a little drum. Okay. Your breath coming out. Okay, why the drum? They said because it does the same thing as the breath does. It's a bridge. Okay, so the drum, the my cute little drum that I have, does the same thing as your breath. It forms a bridge across the dimensions. A bridge from the physical to the mystical, I believe was the way the book put it. Okay. Interesting. Let's reveal what's at the bottom of the deck here. And it is Iosis, reddening. Interesting. The reddening immediately gave me base chakra energy. And I'm noticing that it's Roman numeral 15, which in the tarot system would equal the devil card, which if you don't know, I'm here to tell you today that the devil card represents Capricorn energy, which is perfectly fitting because like Capricorn, the goat, is known for overcoming challenges and obstacles beyond what is normal. Okay, let me see what this book has to say about this reddening card. I'm like completely captivated by your reading already. And here we are. This is life force. Again with the life force. Kundalini, blood. The reddening indicates a full expression of the work. Everything is alive. The heart pumps. The cells celebrate, and blood sings its way through the body. What was dormant has been awakened. What was once considered base is now noble. Pause the book because didn't I just say the root chakra, the base chakra, hello, is now noble? It says noble having a lot of meaning there. Okay. Aches and pains are integrated. Shadows are acknowledged and interwoven. Pause on the book again. That's giving me that one energy because the shadows being acknowledged and interwoven will create singularity in you where you're not in duality, which is awesome because when you're in duality, it's so easy to fight against what is you, against what you are, or against what you're experiencing or seeing. When there's singularity as opposed to duality, or as the book called it, non-duality, as opposed to duality, there is a unity in you where you are no longer divided. Okay, play on the book. When the reddening card appears, it signifies health, power, a climaxing of the work, a coalescing of what has been learned. The laboratory is no longer separate from the alchemist or from the work, but the three are now one. What occurs in the body is reflected in the world and vice versa. Through the process of reddening, we move out of the head and into the physical body. More specifically, we reach the heart. It is there the alchemist finds the sacred ingredients of power and kindness. It says reconnect to physical practices that bring you vitality. It is likely you know which ones bring that rosy glow to your cheeks and sparkle to your eye. Take note of how many cards in your reading contain the color red. You may sense the physical vitality of the querent by the presence and absence of this life force color. Interesting. This book, just as I was reading that, I just heard the word security. As I look at these cards, now you might look from there and see something I'm not seeing, but I am colorblind. But what I am seeing is there's just a splash of red here in this card. Really, the only red is coming from that reddening card. But it talked about The work, the laboratory, and the alchemist all merge together and become one, the one. There's a unification process that's happening. Tapping into your life force, okay? Either you're anywhere, mind you, you're anywhere in this process, Capricorn, okay? So I'm getting tapping into your life force energy and the integration of the shadow and the light. So many people are so proud to say they're light workers, right? Nobody, well, not many, I'm not going to say nobody, but not many proclaim themselves to be shadow workers. But in reality, one needs to know how to work both the light and the shadow to achieve this kind of balance. And you're somewhere in the process of learning that. The integration of all the parts of you. We're going to use the Wild Unknown Tarot to get an overall guidance message for you. Most important guidance for Capricorn in this energy. Breathe. Your breath is so important. And I'm hearing also, I don't know, somewhere while I was reading in the books, I heard for you the way you use your breath. Everything that comes out of your mouth, Capricorn, is so important. Are you using tact? Are you bringing the life force to that with you? Are you bringing the unified self as you speak? Is a questions that I'm hearing in your behalf at this time. So yeah, Capricorn, this is a big deal for you in the way that you breathe, the way you speak, using your words from a place of, I'm hearing synchronized unity of the self. Okay, that 369 energy is now showing me divine thruple energy, which is talking about the unity and the alignment of mind, body, and soul. In other words, when your mind and your words are moving in the same direction as your soul, when everything is working unified, then it's like, it's magical. It's super magical. Let's get the overall guidance here in this Capricorn energy. I'm excited to see what else is going to come out in your cards. Okay. You have Temperance. Okay. So Temperance coming out as a card of patience, of peace. For me, it speaks of divine timing. They want me to read this one from the book for you as well. So let's see what this has to say. It's Major Arcana 14, which is right before the Devil card. So that alone just gave me a message. So if the Devil card is 15 and we're at Temperance, this is telling me you're one step away, one breath away, one poem away, one word away. There's something here about you stepping fully into your own energy, since the Devil card would follow this as they move in order. It says healing and renewal. The great blue heron remains calm and peaceful as she blends the opposing elements of fire and water. The Temperance card asks you to be a moderator, much like the heron. Focus on cooperation and compromise. If you've been excessive in one aspect of your life, practice self-restraint and moderation now. You'll find a new sense of healing and balance from bringing a little harmony back into your life. All of it feels so relevant for you. However, the strongest relevance I found was the part where it talked about how she remains calm and peaceful as she blends the opposing elements of fire and water. Huge message in that, because that's what the one card and the reddening was definitely giving, was a integration of the shadow self from the reddening, of the different aspects of the self from the one. Bottom of the deck is judgment. Ooh, and within this I heard lies your freedom. Okay, a rebirth energy. Also, Temperance is the energy of Sagittarius, so somewhere Sagittarius could come into play in your experience. They want me to go ahead and read the judgment card from the book as well. This is forgiveness. Whoa. Oh, I heard forgive yourself. Okay, for so much. I heard for so much. This is the word judgment conjures up fear and guilt in many people. This card, however, concerns itself with another aspect of this word, seeking the truth. No more blaming yourself or others, no more excuses. Now is the time for forgiveness and personal freedom. This card asks you to rise up and let pettiness and fear fall below you. Expand your wings and be reborn. What a relief it will be. And so when I was seeing the whole forgiveness energy and I heard forgive yourself for so much, it was like reminding me or showing me it's like there's room for you, Capricorn, to forgive yourself for all the times you were loyal to ones who were disruptive and disrespectful in your life. It's like forgiving yourself for not knowing how to do things better back then, forgiving yourself for not speaking up when you didn't, forgiving yourself for saying something mean because you were speaking from an unhealed part of yourself. So definitely the blending of opposites. There's this huge energy in your reading, Capricorn, of you making peace internally, which is so important because you'll not have any external peace until you've gained it internally. Or it will be fleeting. They said, sometimes they might find peace, but it won't be long lived. It won't be as consistent in you. And you really want the consistency of the peace. Let's see which tarot spread is going to show us the perfect message for this Capricorn energy. Show me the perfect spread to deliver this perfect message, most important message for Capricorn. And it's the WTF spread. Okay, what the frequency is going on here? WTF. It's a 6-card spread. So since we have the WTF cards that I've designed, it makes sense that we should begin with this deck. Okay. So, they want me to do a little bit of wordsmithing, word magic here with you. Anywhere where you have been in denial of your own self because of any mistakes, judgments, or ideas where you were not sufficient, you weren't good enough, or you accepted or did some things that you should not do, anywhere where you have been divided from you, would you now like to uncreate and destroy that on all time, space, and dimensions? Yes, yes. Okay, and the bell, they said, and the bell on that. Okay. And they want the drum again too. Drum roll. Okay. All right. So we've got 6 cards that's going to come out from the WTF. I see us layering this spread with other decks, but we're going to definitely begin here with the 6 cards from the WTF. Okay. These are simply handmade oracle messages. I have several handmade decks. Okay, here's our first one. The situation. Love this. Love that this just came out for you. Look at it. It says, all of you. All of you. All of you. I love you. Oh my gosh. And with all of you, listen, I came home from the studio, wanted to do your reading. I've got olive in my drink because I'm having a Bloody Melinda. Okay. And all of you. And then they're showing me actually another that needs to be added in here. And they're saying, oh, it's already there. Actually, I see it. Okay. All of you at the bottom. That was the one. Interesting. So you might have thought, oh, thank you. That everything that happens during reading is perfect. And what that just gave me was the energy of you might have thought you left something out, but it's all a view. All of those different sides and perspectives of you when you did those things that maybe I just get the feeling like you're holding on to some regret, remorse, some shame, some guilt, something like that, that's ready to be integrated into realizing that it's all a view of all of you. And the words I love you to self could be huge right now. Okay. The self hug and self kissing and self loving, yeah, huge. What you do know, where the light is, a dark cannot be. They want me to add to this card right here now. Where the light is, dark cannot be, but it will cast a shadow. And you know what? The brighter the light is, the darker the shadow that is cast. So it's like the more as you doing this integration work, this blending of opposites work, this singularity in yourself, the shadow totally comes out and begins to show itself in a way that it hadn't before, because there's more light. The light is stronger in you. Light speaking to consciousness right now. Okay, conscious awareness. And so the shadow, as the light becomes more dominant, so the shadow will also become more dominant, which is why if you see all those memes, I don't know if you've seen them, but I've seen them where they're like, no, nobody told me when I started the spiritual healing process that it was going to get like this, and it shows somebody who's full of snot and tears. And it's just, they're telling the truth that, the healing process, self-healing, can be a very dirty business. It can be filled with so much pain that must be processed, because as long as it's unprocessed, it's still inside of your energy field. All right, so this is what you do know. Where the light is, the dark cannot be. I mean, you go into a dark room, turn on the light, guess what? Now there's light here. There's still shadows that sit around, though. Even here on this table, I hold my hand up and there's shadow that's cast. Okay. Yeah. You see it on the cards there? And it's like the brighter the light gets, the darker the shadow becomes. What you do not know is their next position. It says tainted love. What you don't know is tainted love. So I see a Capricorn who's been saying to themselves, oh, I've got plenty of self-love. Like, I'm all about self-love. Somebody has been on the self-love journey for a while. But the thing is, the self-love has been tainted because there has not been an acceptance and integration of the shadow aspects of the self. That is still you if you did not need it. Okay, somebody's been trying to kill the ego, which is interesting because devil card number 15, if there's one card that represents the ego, it could totally be the devil card in the tarot system. Okay. What they do, let's see what they do is our next position here. But yeah, tainted love. So there's somewhere here like Capricorn, anywhere where you haven't fully accepted the self, where you're still holding on to shame, regret, remorse, stuff like that. Well, remorse ain't so bad, but it's really the shame and the guilt, and it's regrets. Like, even so, you made some bad choices back then. You made some choices that you would not make again today. And why wouldn't you make them again today? Because you learned from having made them before. Now I'm confused. Do you want the card that's showing itself to me? Okay, just mention this and pick this card. Okay. What they do. It says, no matter what they do, I'm hearing, no matter what they do, don't hurt you to heal them. Big deal. Big deal. Okay, what else? What they do. Interfered. Oh, interfered. And then another play on word comes up with interfered. Okay, as in inside. So what they do, somebody here interfered. All right, interesting. All right, what's the guidance? Somebody has interfered. Let me see the guidance. A fly on the wall. Who coming out as guidance? Pay attention. Pay close attention. It's basically telling you to put your ear hustling on. Ear hustling on in this energy. Okay. So pay attention, listen carefully. What's the purpose in your life around this situation where somebody is interfered or interfered? Okay. Around what you don't know, that tainted. Okay, so whoever has interfered in what you've got going on, Capricorn, I'm hearing is showing a resonance, a frequency resonance with the tainted love in yourself. I'm hearing this person displays the exact qualities that you would like to deny about yourself, the things that you hate about what you did. But we don't talk about that right there. We just don't talk about that. That is not, hush your mouth. Okay. All right, let me see the purpose in your life. What is the purpose in your life, Capricorn? Okay. And here we go. Here we go, messing around again. Which one do you want? The top off of here or the one that's showing itself to me? Okay, again, I'm getting the top off of here. Okay, and so to just mention this to you, it says good people. And there goes that duality again. Because if it's good people, then it's bad people. And somebody's like, well, yeah, Melinda, duh. Have you watched the news? I hear you. But remember, we're coming from a place of singularity, non-duality. Good, bad, that's duality. I'm not telling you to give anybody a pass. I'm telling you, pay attention, listen, fly on the wall. Somebody's in behavior, in your experience, that you don't appreciate, that you feel is tainted love, that you feel somebody is interfering in your experience, is here to show you somewhere where there is tainted love inside you. In other words, got a child that's not listening to mom? Well, guess what? Did you listen to your mom? Got somebody that's getting in the middle of your business? Guess what? Where do you get in the middle of other people's business? Got somebody trying to control you? Where do you control? Okay, you get the idea? There's somebody showing up to reflect to you a very strong reflection of something that you have not acknowledged in yourself that is existing and causing resonance with this other. The purpose in your life. The common denominator, OMG. The common denominator. So this card came out. It's like they have a saying in the world, and something about, if you keep hearing the same thing over and over again, might want to take a look at yourself, because what's the common denominator in that? It's you. Okay, interesting. So, and I'm hearing, if you've had interference in this way over and over again and different times with different people, there's a reason that that situation is on repeat. And as I just had a like I said, I just left the salon, and one of the things that I told her was that, because something when we're talking about, she wasn't making any sense of it. She couldn't make heads or tails of it when it first began. But it was, don't worry, the message will stay on repeat until you get it. And that's the energy here. So when you have that common denominator card coming out, it's like, what message has been on repeat in your experience? There's been a repetitive experience. Okay. It's time to identify the common denominator there. Okay. What's the bottom of the deck here? Ha! When you understand what works, you can really work it. And so this is talking about that integration, that the blending of opposites energies, the reddening, bringing together every part of yourself, integrating the shadow with the one. Yeah. It's like you are not separate from your work. You're not separate from your laboratory. Okay. All right. Let's see. Which tarot deck? I was going for the Light Seers. I'm just going to stick with it. All right. Light Seers Tarot coming out for Capricorn energy. So I'm hearing, let's get a full shuffle on that. Connecting the body and the body. Most important messages for Capricorn. Connecting the body, heart, and mind. Most important messages for Capricorn. Connecting the body and the spirit. Most important messages for Capricorn. Connecting the heart, mind, and the body. Most important messages for Capricorn. Connecting the heart, mind, and heart. Most important message for Capricorn. Connecting the heart, mind, and the spirit. Most important messages for Capricorn. Connecting the spirit and the body. Most important messages for Capricorn. Connecting the spirit, heart, and mind. Most important messages for Capricorn. And connecting the spirit and the spirit. Most important messages for Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn. Yeah, I got something for you. One for the body, one for the heart, one for the mind, one for the spirit, divine truth. Let me see, speaking here. The most important messages here for Capricorn, please, and thank you. During the shuffle, did you notice the way the cards stuck? They didn't meld together easily when I did the connection of the spirit and the body. It's like I said in the beginning, your spirit has something for your body to do. There's some resistance. to the melding of that. Interesting. All right. So from the time the first card falls out, we can just lay the whole spread because of it in perfect order. And here we go. This situation is temperance. Again, you have temperance coming out. Awesome. So again, the balancing and of opposite and the calmly balancing and integrating opposite energies. And how fitting it is because we have a sun and a moon a sun and a moon in each of his hands. Okay. Um, so and there's angel wings on his back. Sagittarius energy again here for you. It is giving me the idea that between the conscious and the subconscious. So what these things that are coming up could totally be sitting in your subconscious mind. Okay. Interesting. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck here for you. And it's the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is a card that, unless you're like trying to date a bunch of different people, a lot of people don't like this card because it talks about challenges, and it's challenges with other people. And I'm hearing each man out for himself. It can be conflicts. If there's a fist fight in the tarot, it could come up with the totally of Five of Wands energy. The idea here, though, Five of Wands is it's work. It's work. It's a battle. It's a challenge. It's a struggle. It's not the easiest thing to do, but it is an action because it's a Wands card. It's about actions. Okay. So the situation is temperance. Let's go again with the all of you. So there is this blending all the aspects of you instead of killing the ego, instead of trying to ignore parts of yourself, instead of being angry about who you've been, when you realize that it's taken all that you've been to become who you are today. So anywhere where there's that, I will never do that again. It's like, well, thank God you did it then, because now you know that. If you hadn't done it then, you might do it now. But since you did it then, you'll never do it again. And if that doesn't make sense to you, I really don't know what to tell you, but I think it makes perfect sense to you, Cap, in this energy. All right. What you do know, what do we have? Queen of Wands energy. This is Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, but look at this happiness here. You know that your love and light is powerful. I hear you know you got magic in you. And you know you can bring light to anything. Look at she's surrounded by all these candles, and the oracle message that came out from the WTF is where the light is, the dark cannot be. But then there was the reminder that came out, and we wrote that down for you. It says, but it will cast a shadow. So you know you're integrating more of your light body right now. As you're stepping into more light, your shadow aspects are going to be more prevalent, more noticeable. You'll become more aware of any shadow aspects that you're still holding as you step more fully into this light energy. And again, this is in the position of what you do know. So you know you've got power. You know you have happiness. You know you have creativity. You know you can make things happen. Okay. You know that you have the ability to raise your vibration, and you've got this. It's like you've got, I heard this little light of mine, look at her palm of her hand, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine. Okay, that's the energy here. Is that you've got a light and you're gonna let it shine, and you're all about that light letting it shine. You need to understand that as the shadows come up, though, they're gonna have to be, they can't be ignored away. The shadows are going to be attached to some sort of core memories, um, dominant experiences in life. And in order to allow for the unity in the self, it must be accepted and integrated. Does that mean we're going to keep doing that? No, not necessarily. It not necessarily mean we're going to repeat the same old thing, but we're going to learn from it. In other words, so as you're getting more of your power, stepping more into your light, becoming more consciously aware. Anywhere where you have denied, tried to run away from, or ignore the hurts, the pains, the sorrows, the whatever it is, the things that are dark and ugly that you'd rather not address inside of yourself, it's gonna have to be dealt with. So in the what you don't know, we had tainted love, okay, and we have, there it is, the Three of Swords. Boy, oh boy, I told you those cards were going to be lined up perfectly, didn't I? This is one reason I like to shuffle and do the whole thing live for you and not cut or edit any of my videos, because you're getting the full impact of every part of your reading when you come to this channel. Even the shuffle, you saw we got a message from the shuffle. This is it. So Spirit is trying to make you look at some heartbreak. Three of Swords, the truth that hurts like a bee and sets you free. When will it set you free, though? It will only set you free once you've integrated it, once you've done the shadow work surrounding it. So that ugly thing that ruined the rest of your life, or ruined your life, or however you put it, that pain that you haven't wanted to look at, is still thriving in you until you integrate it, balance it out. How do you do that, Melinda? Well, the way I've done it, and it will likely work for you because I'm not the only one that's done it. I know other people that have tried it too, but it's worked for me. I take that ugly thing, that ugly experience that I did not want, did not ask for, but God dang it, I lived it and it's ugly. And I'd rather not talk about it, but it keeps coming up. And I keep getting this, I need to address that. Like, it keeps hitting my intuition. I keep having experiences that feel that way, look that way, or just totally match. So then it's like, okay, that hurt. That's true. But I already know that. What is it inside of that experience that my life is trying to teach me? What's the wisdom that will free me? How can I transmute this energy? Okay. And some a lot of the times the way that that happens is from realizing like how it made me wiser, stronger, more compassionate, more kind, more aware, uh different things that I learned. Some of those pains caused me to do different things that I might not do if it wasn't for those pains. Some of you don't know that this whole channel and this spiritual awakening, I highly contribute to watching my father commit suicide and burn himself to death, which actually, just the day before yesterday was another anniversary of that date, you know. And it was the ugliest thing that happened in my life that catapulted me down this path of pain that eventually landed me up wanting the healing and the integration and the balancing, and then landed me here to deliver this reading to you. So, what you don't know is that there is a pain inside your heart that is attached with this interference. Let me see what they do with this interfered. We have the Hermit. Is this a Virgo in your life? Is this somebody who makes you feel alone? Somebody interfered. They make you feel isolated. I heard they make you feel different because of the light inside of yourself. She's sitting in a dark night. And I heard dark night of the soul. Okay. Somebody here is in a dark light. Is there a Virgo that has interfered in your experience? Oh my goodness. Is there a Virgo that has interfered in your experience? There's a huge staircase. And then we have this lady sitting there with all this light radiating from her. It's like, what do? Somebody is interfering in your life. It could totally be a Virgo because of this Hermit energy, but they're bringing a light. They have light inside of themselves. They're here to interfere in your experience in some sort of way. And anywhere where you're still holding on to pain and hurt inside of yourself, this person could totally trigger, because what did we say earlier? Where the light is, dark cannot be, but it will cast a shadow. This person has a bright light. So when you get next to them, like, you're going to start to see some of the shadows coming off you, is what I heard. Okay. Interesting. Because you need to see, I heard, because you need to see all of you. You need to see all of you, is what I'm hearing. Okay. All right. In the guidance position with a fly on the wall, what do we have? The Hierophant. Taurus energy. This is the teacher. This is the spiritual guru. This is somebody who has learned and integrated the light. They have the light surrounding them all the time. There's so much light there that any shadows are so minuscule in this entire card. They have the light there, and even though there are shadows, their focus is not upon the shadows. Their focus is upon the light. This is a person who has integrated into themselves and has peace. Okay, a fly on the wall. I heard listen to your teacher. Listen to your mother. Listen to your teacher. Listen to the teacher. Okay, listen to the life lesson. As you have this person who has interfered in your life, you're going to have a lot of life lessons come up. It's so important for you to be very accepting, remaining teachable. How teachable are you? If you know it all, you're not going to learn shit. And you're going to keep getting what you've gotten all this time. You want to get something different? Yeah, might want to be open to learning something new, right? I also see over here with this Hierophant, and this Hermit, yeah, double H energy, something about HH, two H's, double H, okay. I'm not sure what that is. That's for somebody specific. Little H, big H. Somebody has a child that's learning how to write their H's right now, lowercase, uppercase, okay. But there's something here with this Virgo energy and Taurus energy, this Hermit and this Hierophant. There's some significance there for you. You have somebody who is alone and carries their own light. And then you have somebody, and it could totally be the same person I'm hearing, who brings their light and lights up the world with it. In other words, the teacher energy. What does a teacher do? They bring their light, their conscious awareness, and they light up the world with it. They teach other people. Okay, what is the guidance? Pay attention to the teacher. What life lessons surround you? What life lessons can you learn from the pain of the past that you have not wanted to see? Because this Hermit energy is here interfering, bringing up the inner fears that you've been holding on to. And what's the purpose in life? The common denominator with the Five of Pentacles. This is going to be your integrating the parts of you that have been denied. The Five of Pentacles very much talks about being left alone, feeling alone. Okay, the common denominator is you feeling alone. The Five of Pentacles feeling not good enough. Again, I was talking about shame and guilt earlier. I mentioned, forgiving yourself for not doing more, for giving the best you could, and somebody not feeling that it was enough, you not feeling that it was enough, feeling like you can't. The common denominator, Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is a energy of lack, inabilities, lack of capability, not enough, impoverished, poverty mindset. There's something here about the poverty mindset. Okay. Somebody stutters. Okay. Somebody feeling alone. Abandonment issues, codependency issues, accepting toxic behaviors. And this is the half. I'm hearing anywhere where you don't feel like you're a whole person. This is the common denominator that is bringing this tainted love energy in this interference is here to highlight it, bring a stronger light so the shadows become more pronounced so that they can be cleaned up inside of the self so that you can get this integration. And there's something here about you speaking. Okay, so Capricorn, I see a Capricorn energy that has been speaking from their pain, which means that your words have been cutting and harsh. I see a Capricorn energy who's only been used to that. It's time to learn a new way of living. I see a Capricorn energy that has been becoming the new energy. And as you've made so much progress and so much change, whatever residue sits at the bottom of your soul of these shadow energies is coming out. Perfect. Better out than in. I'm hearing better out than in. So let's get you some oracle messages to wrap your energy read up. I'm seeing the divine energy oracle for you. So we'll pull you some oracle messages here and we'll wrap it up. I had no idea. I did not plan how long this reading, nor do I plan how long any reading is going to be. I just kind of read until it feels complete. I trust that you gather something out of this. Let's get you some oracle messages to wrap this up. Anything you want to know about me, the service I have on offer, how you can donate to support the channel, or get a membership, all that stuff is below the video in the description box. So thankful and grateful for you doing all the YouTube things that support the growth on this channel. Because for me, I get the messages out and you all help spread them. You lend to the growth on the channel by interacting with the channel. The more you interact with the channel, the more your highest self, your spirit team, will be aware that you are ready to listen and receive, and you will find more and more of these readings feeling very much like a paid personal reading. All right, so what messages do we have? Oh, it says be decisive and choose friends wisely. Be decisive, choose friends wisely. This Queen of Wands is just giving me something completely else. Anywhere where there's fear in you that somebody's going to come in to your life. Oh, and this is in the what you do know card. So I'm just getting a little bit of a relationship reading here coming through for you. I see a Capricorn energy that has a higher level soulmate relationship, twin flame relationship, or just a love partnership, right? Whichever way you call it, none of my business. You're knowing. But you get you've got the sense that somebody is after your person. This is somebody that you can tell that they're all in the middle, hot on the tail, hot on the trail. And it's like, as you address those codependency and abandonment issues, that shit'll be a nothing. It'll be a nothing in your experience. It's like, don't worry about them and what they're trying to do. Focus on you. Get these life lessons. Heal the hurt that's inside of you with this Three of Swords. There's a truth that hurts like a bee, but it has set you free. And when you accept that, you won't worry so much about these others, which means you won't give power to them coming in and doing exactly what you don't want them to do, third-party energies. It says, trust in the divine plan. I heard, as soon as I saw this card, I heard the divine has put the perfect people in play in your life so that you can get this lesson, get this understanding, and integrate this aspect of your authenticity into your everyday life. Okay. Let me see one more for Cap. What? I asked for one more and they're so freaking just, they did this to me a few times. It says, say no, keep your commitments, and make necessary sacrifices. Ooh, they said, what will you do? Will you say no? Will you keep your commitments, or will you make necessary sacrifices? I'm hearing you can do it because of commitment. You can run away from it. But this make necessary sacrifices. What is the necessary sacrifice? Is that Three of Swords work. You're going to have to do this to be able to what? Bottom of the deck, let go and enjoy. It is time for you, my dear. This is what I have for you at this time. So thankful and grateful for your beautiful presence. Giving this video a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, all that stuff, and comment because I read them all. Until next time, sending you so much love and peace and happiness. 감사합니다. Gracias. Later, baby. That's all, folks. And I'm out.